Hey YouTube, this is your girl Lucky, just doing a quick little Butch Femme discussion channel video here, and it's about social networking. So it's pretty obvious that I use it because I'm on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for like a year, just didn't start doing videos or channels till recently. I like it a lot, obviously. As far as the other ones, I never used to believe in them. I didn't think that I'd like them. I actually was a little negative towards them, not even knowing what they're about. But kind of going through my own personal situations at the time and worried that my daughter would know more about it than me, I finally got a computer like a year and a half ago, not for these purposes, but ended up using them for these purposes. I kind of wanted to focus more on my writing and my art, and some personal situations took me away from that, but it doesn't mean I was going to give up everything. And I thought, why not educate myself? And believe it or not, it might kind of sound crazy, but some of the social networking I've found out a lot more about life and things on the computer from people I've met doing social networking. So yes, I'm on MySpace. I like it. I don't like spam on any of them. I hate people that are rude and sick and send you pictures of their penises and stupid shit like that. But if you're smart, you ignore it or delete it, or you report it. You know, it's just simple like that, and try not to take it personal. You know, yeah, like the ones on YouTube, when we're talking about our community as far as LGBTQ, it does hurt. I think, I'm gonna say it does. I think it would for everybody else that somebody's, you know, hater mailing us, but guess just take it one person at a time and just kind of sort through that, you know. I am on Tag. That's how I met my current date. I've met people offline before, not a lot, but it's been as friends. One or two people maybe as dating, but we never took it further. Like, it just didn't click. I'm a single mom. I don't have time for dating, and I didn't want to date for the longest time. I was scared of relationships. I went through a really, you know, serious matter a few years ago, and just wanted to focus on other things. But in the same sense, I became lonely, and you know, being online has kind of made me pass time and think back almost like I was, you know, doing it when I was single, like as far as being out there and meeting people. I'm a very curious person, and I like to have my curiosity met. I like to get to know people, and you know, it's been pretty genuine. I mean, there's been a couple freaks out there. Luckily I haven't met them in person. I'm just saying on the computer. And Tag got a bad name for that, yet I'm like, there's a lot of people on there. So it can't be that bad if there's a lot of people on there. And that's how I met my girl, you know. I kind of feel like it was almost an open resume for the most part if you're honest about everything you say you are. And this could be on any website. It doesn't have to be just Tagged. Anyone, if you say, this is my name, this is my gender, this is where I live, blah, 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 then you just hope that that's how it's going to be. And some people are like, oh, I'd never meet anybody offline. If that ends up being your heart and your soul and the love of your life, your husband, your wife, your studsman, your wifey, whatever, then obviously you don't have a regret. You know, you don't have any regrets. So far I don't have any regrets, you know what I'm saying? And that's comparing it out to the other world. Like, who do you meet in public that has like all that, you know, on their face basically when you meet them? Nobody. I think sometimes these social networking like MySpace and Tagged and kind of Downlink, that you would, it says a little bit about you if you have the time to design a page anyways, like the music you listen to or the TV you watch. Some people put YouTube clips on there and post certain comments and statuses. I think it says a lot about somebody when they do that. Not all of us have time. Not all of us have our own computer. You might not be using it from work, whatever. And sometimes it's too much. You know, I like those happy medium ones, you know. And I use it as a form of expression. I truly do. And I try not to judge people who use it for other reasons, you know. So, I'm on Downlink. I've only been there on a short time. I kind of did it because Flip on Deck was having a movement on there. And, you know, it's been okay. There's a couple youngins on there that act silly. But other than that, everybody's been pretty cool to me. I'm not trying to make 1 million people on my friends list. I might ask a few people once in a while just to ask for new friends. Otherwise, people ask for me. I try to look at their page, see if it looks okay, and accept them. If we build a friendship, great. If we don't, we don't, you know. The ones on any page who like flip out about not contacting you, I pretty much am like, delete. You know, I'm not trying to be everybody's friend, and I'm not trying to feel like I owe you an explanation of my life. You're already seeing some of my business out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a way for some of us to kill time. And that's kind of how I turned on to YouTube, you know. I saw what some other people were doing, and they looked like they were having fun, you know, and I don't go out all the time, so to me it's kind of fun. If you consider it sad, then oh well, I don't give a shit, but that's what I like to do. you know. I don't have cable, believe it or not, so I'm on the computer and go on these sites sometimes to kind of reach out and check to see what's going on out there. So it works for me. So yeah, I'm on some of those things. Most of my pages are private. I pretty much have the same URL on all of them, which is Mosaic Graffiti. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I like it. So far, it's been a good experience. You know, I have seen and heard the bad ones, and I'm a community activist, so I've been at community meetings and personally met with some of the FBI and local team members on like the crimes that are involved on the internet. And yeah, you hear about them, but trust me, you just really don't know. And it is so sad and it is so sick that some of these people are doing what they do. I mean, it really is crazy. So I try to monitor my teenager, and that's hard because she knows more than I do on this stuff. So she has to teach me sometimes. But as long as she's being safe and nobody's hurting her and she's not hurting them, because sometimes we say and do things that we don't mean. And also we say and do things that we don't know that are bad, if that makes any sense at all. And that's just what I fear for her, or even myself. Like, oh my God, I just did that, and whatever. So you have to be careful and you have to be mindful of others. And yeah, I love YouTube, and I think that's about it. So if you have any questions, let us know. Hope you enjoyed this topic. It was kind of fun how some of us use it and we don't, or some of us like one over the other. So for me, I use a few of them, and I have my own reasons for each of them individually. And you know, I like it. You know, when the days I can't go on it, I don't go on it, and I don't utilize it, or I might not be able to get to all my messages. But to me, it's not a popularity contest. It's about being comfortable with yourself. And, you know, if you can't handle it, you know, don't be on them. So that's it. Thank you, everybody. Besitos.